Hello, welcome to Bible study on Jeremiah chapter 24. Food waste is a current topic of concern, but do you, like me, sometimes go to your fridge and find food well past its sell-by date? Gone off, rank, mouldy? The only thing to do is to throw it away. Jeremiah was watching the fig harvest. All those fresh, ripe figs ready to eat in a basket. But some figs had been left too long in a basket. They were bad and rotten. Some of you, said Jeremiah to the people, will be like the good figs. Some of you will be like the bad figs. But which of you are which? Now King Nebuchadnezzar had besieged Jerusalem and defeated them. The king surrendered. Nebuchadnezzar has deported the king and 10,000 of the well-off, the well-educated, the rulers and officials. He's deported them to Babylon. Surely God would bring them back. Or had he abandoned them altogether? Was this the doom predicted by Jeremiah? If so, perhaps it wasn't too bad. So, will God now protect the people left in Jerusalem and keep the nation going? What Jeremiah says is shocking for them. God is with the exiles. Not that they deserve it, but he will watch over them and care for them. Eventually, they will recognize him as Lord. It would be easy for them to blame God or to accuse him of abandoning them altogether. But eventually, they will recognize that they brought their trouble on themselves, and they will turn to God wholeheartedly. Those staying home in Jerusalem were the bad figs. They continued to ignore God and live corrupt lives. The death and destruction predicted by Jeremiah was still to come. The exile would not be over any time soon. So Jeremiah writes to the exiles in Babylon. It was not what they wanted to hear. He tells them that it will be about 70 years before any of them can come home. So he advises them to settle down, to build houses, have families, send their kids to school, make a living, and to work and pray for the good of the city they are living in. What? Pray for their enemies? The enemies who had torn their lives apart? Does that mean forgive them? Well, Jesus said to us, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. Among the exiles were Daniel of the lion's den fame and his friends. Maybe they read Jeremiah's letter. They settled down, worked hard, and were promoted to responsible positions in the Babylon government. They served King Nebuchadnezzar. Daniel interpreted his dreams. Even in the place of their pain and disappointment, they blessed others. The exiles had to learn to live where they did not want to be. In the pain and disappointment, they had to learn to accept that God had brought them there. And even with their pain and disappointment, they could live well. They could still trust God. They could adapt, and they could be a blessing to others. When we are not in a good place, when life is not what we would choose, when we are in a dark place, in pain, disappointed? Can we learn to live well? Can we learn to trust God and to look out for others, bringing blessing to them? Thank you for listening. Bye.